Hello and welcome to our presentation. We are going to present about the process of manufacturing metal for the use in construction. I am Peter from AP1162A and I will be the leader for this group. And my team members will be Azmeen, Alia, Afiq, and Azhar. Now, we would like to begin our presentation regarding this topic. We from the company Tip Steel Sendirian Berhad would like to introduce the product steel frames to the public. Tip Steel Sendirian Berhad is a company that focuses solely on metals for construction building. We make sure that our products are up to standard according to the regulations and affordable to the public, which can satisfy their needs. Our company will always accept any customer who are interested to do business with us with open arms and make sure they leave with a big smile on their faces. If anyone is interested, please do not hesitate to contact us via email or by phone. So, what is a steel frame? Steel frame is a building technique with a skeleton frame of vertical steel columns and horizontal I-beams constructed in a rectangular grid to support the floors, roof, and walls of a building, which are all attached to the frame. Therefore, steel frame is commonly used in building construction. Thus, it shows how important this product is in the construction industry. A steel frame in a building makes sure that the building is solid and secure. Nobody likes a building that is brittle, am I right? People will also feel safe because of how rigid the building is. This reason will put their mind at ease. However, its purpose will not only to keep people safe, but also to withstand the lateral loads such as wind loading and seismic pressure that might hit the building.
Hi, my name is Mohamed Syazwan and I will talk about the type of steel frame which is wall bearing system. It is suitable for the construction of low-rise structure and in use to carry the end of structural members. The strength of the wall bearing should be capable of resisting any imposed horizontal loads in addition to carrying vertical reaction. The structural steel components are fastened to the masonry wall using bearing and end steel plates and anchor bolts. Next is the properties of the material. First, strength and durability. Compared to the weight-bearing wood or concrete item, structural steel components are both lighter and stronger. Second, it is easy fabrication in different sizes. This implies that they may be altered to support particular loads in structure of diverse shapes and sizes. Third, is fire resistant. Steel frame buildings are very fire resistant, which lowers the risk of fire to a building and slows the spread of a fire should one break out. And fourth, pest and insect resistant. Structures made of hardwood are susceptible to issue if they are not properly maintained, whereas structural steel is unaffected by the damaging impacts of burrowing insects and mammals. Lastly is the moisture and water resistant. Hard zinc coating and further powder treatments for increased rust resistance, which is a vital consideration for components exposed to the weather, will make a structural steel component even more resistant to the effects of water.
During the assembly of steel frame bearing, the process of shaping sheet metal and other flat metals to fit specific shape is known as metal fabrication. This process consists of two kinds of metal jointing known as mechanical jointing and heat process. Mechanical jointing are divided into two types such as bolts and nuts and riveting. A nut is a type of fastener with a threaded hole. Nuts are almost always used in conjunction with a mating bolt to fasten multiple parts together. The two partners are held together by a combination of thread friction. Next, a rivet is a mechanical fastener that is used to permanently join two or more metal sheets. The rivet is one of the most dependable and safe fastening method, forming a permanent and structurally strong joint. On the other hand, heat processes are divided into four types such as brazing, welding, soldering, and chirurgizing. Brazing is a metal joining process that involves the use of heat and the addition of filler metal, while welding is a fabrication process that involves using two or more parts with heat, pressure, or both to form a joint at the part school. On the other hand, solder is a lead and thin metal alloy that is melted with a hot iron. The iron is heated to over 600 degrees Fahrenheit before being cooled to form a solid electrical bond. Last but not least, sterilizing is a process when an alloy of zinc and iron forms uniformly on the surface, with the thickness precisely controlled. As a result, screw threads and moving parts do not need to be machined again after treatment. Sequence operation of steel frame. First of all, anchor bolts and setting plates. The foundation of a structural steel frame is the concrete foundation, to which the frame column are attached using anchor bolts supplied by the steel fabricator and installed by the concrete contractor. Because they cannot be moved once the concrete is set, the installation must be precise. If the location is incorrect, the rest of the structure will not fit together. Once the anchor bolts are in place and the foundation is secure, the steel erector can begin structure installation. Secondly, column installation. This process begins with the installation of the column. Each column will have a base plate for anchor bolt attachment as well as upper structural element connection points. During initial assembly, the columns are loosely attached to the anchor bolts to allow for easier assembly of the horizontal structure pieces. Next, horizontal framing or beams and girder. Tube steel is also commonly used for cross-sectional bracing within the framework. In case where the load is not too heavy, a steel channel may be used. Again, until the entire framework is assembled, these pieces will be loosely fit during installation. Furthermore, plumbing and squaring. After assembly, the steel erector will return to plumb all of the column and square up the horizontal section. They will then tighten the connection and install any bolts that were missing during the assembly phase. In addition, secondary horizontal framing or bar joist. Lateral bracing is installed from a joist to joist, connecting them to form a complete system. Despite the fact that the connection have been secure, the installation of the bar joist does not complete the structure framework.
For the chapter 3, which is machineries and equipment, there are 4 types of machineries and equipment that is used in the process of making steel frame. The first one is CNC machine. CNC machine is a computer with numerical control, which is called in short form CNC. It is a machine to process metal by following a code that had been set for it to follow the instruction from the computer. Next, we have press brakes. Press brakes is sheet metal fabricators are used to press brakes to help bend the metal into the correct shape of the steel. For the last part of the machineries, we have plate rolls. Metal sheets are rolled into circular or conical shapes using plate rolls. Press brakes and plate rolls operate in different ways. As the forming occurs, a plate rolls involves several forces and direction of inertia. For the equipment, we have shears. Metal can be cut with shears, which are frequently used to produce metal sheets for manufacturing. It is important for the industrial and metalworking industries. Furthermore, they use these shearing devices to achieve a smooth and accurate finish on the metal that they work on.
For conclusion, we feel so thankful and glad for having the opportunity to finish this assignment, as it gives us more knowledge and information on how to establish a small company by promoting our own product based on the case study, which is the process of manufacturing metal for the use in the construction. We are clearly understand on the types and properties of material product of steel frame, process techniques and sequences of steel frame, and the machineries and equipment used in producing steel frame. We hope this report will come to a benefit or reference for the future purpose. That's all from us. Thank you.